So I'm kind of curious to start the conversation around family office, private equity, venture capital. A lot of the people that I work with, a lot of my clients on the recruiting side are private equity backed or venture capital backed. And so maybe talk a little about your experience in a family office. How does the investment thesis and timeline differ from a private equity versus venture capital? Because you're still looking for, obviously, returns on your investment, and you're managing the wealth of a family versus, other investors, more so than not. So maybe just kind of break down family office, PE, VC, kind of how you think about it, and maybe some of the benefits as you see it being in your seat as a family office.
Yeah, great question. Okay. Well, the way I view family office versus PE or VC, I'm going to start with VC. The way I view VC is a group raising a fund of money and deploying a lot of small chunks in high risk deals and anticipating that they're going to lose on 9 out of 10 of them, maybe even 18 out of 20 of them. But the 1 or 2 of the group are going to go unicorn status and kill it and make up for all the others. And that's how I would generally look at VC. They're taking a ton of shots. They know it's a high risk, but the payoff is going to be some, 50, 100x return that makes it all worth it. And there's plenty of good examples of that out there. Private equity is a little bit different. Most of it, in my response, would be usually they're raising a fund with a dedicated or focused industry investment type thesis. And more often than not, there's a timeline. Hey, we're going to raise a 7 to 10 year fund, go deploy the capital to make these earnings across this timeline. And the interesting thing about funds to me is as you get towards the end of life in the funds, they're not really motivated to do anything to help the business grow further. They're actually the reverse. They're motivated to sell off or kind of get out of it so they can kind of close it out, get the money back to the investors and move on to the next fund, right? And of course, if you've delivered a win, the investors are much more likely to come back to the table and put the money in for the next round. It's just that easy to get them to come in for the next round, where if you've struggled, then it's harder to raise that next round, right? So they're always maneuvering that way. The family office, each family is unique. So I can only speak for the family I've been working for the 13 years. But our founder is very entrepreneurial, wants to be involved in most businesses. As much as we can control, we are trying to negotiate partnership and involvement with any given business or project that we get involved in, where we're not running the business on the day-to-day. We have a management team we believe in, and they go and execute. But we provide resources, a strong balance sheet. I mentioned guarantees a little bit earlier, some type of risk guarantee to provide lines of credit or new financing sources. And we help them, kind of break through maybe what barriers they might have only been able to achieve on their own as they're trying to grow as a founder. So those are a little bit different. We're not under the same timeline pressure at all. That's probably the biggest thing. It's very opportunistic. Hey, does this work or does it not? How are we feeling? What other opportunities do we have out there? We have the maneuverability and flexibility.